I hope you had a great weekend. Well, over the last couple of weeks, we've been getting loads of questions about alcohol. You know, through the festive season, through Christmas, through the holiday season, through New Year, the common question that we get is what alcohol is good for our health? Should we be drinking alcohol? Should we not drink alcohol? And there's this whole war about people who drink alcohol and don't drink alcohol, and it's connected to their health benefits or sickness. Well, the number one thing that we need to understand is first, there is nothing wrong with alcohol. There is always something wrong with the person that drinks alcohol. What I mean by this is, alcohol is the same. It's a glass of gin, it's a glass of wine, it's a glass of champagne, it's a shot of tequila, whatever it is dependent on the person who is drinking it and the mindset of the person drinking it. You see, you can't blame alcohol in all cases. It's usually the person. You're either misusing it, you're overdoing it, you're binge drinking, you're drinking it on an empty stomach, you're drinking it with medication, you're drinking to cope with a problem, so it builds a whole cycle of addiction. So like I said, the problem is not with alcohol. The problem is with the person who will drink it. Now, there are a lot of people who know how to balance it. There are a lot of people who drink alcohol to truly enjoy themselves. They don't misuse it, they don't overdo it, they don't do any of that drunk driving, and they're absolutely fine. There's a whole lot of people who do not drink alcohol, and that's their personal choice. But this whole thing about people, oh, I don't drink alcohol means I should be more healthy. Let me tell you up front right now that I have a lot of people in the age group of 70, 80, and 90 who have one or two drinks every single day, but they are maintaining their lifestyle, they're active. Okay, they have no stress levels, they sleep well at night, and they have better medical parameters than someone in their early 20s and 30s. So like I said, the problem is not with alcohol, it is all dependent on the person who is using it and drinking it. So when it comes to the healthiest alcohols, there really isn't much to look at in terms of, there'll be different articles that say wine is the healthiest. For some people, it will be champagne. It really depends on you. For the longest time, we're trying to break people's mindsets and belief systems and this herd mentality of following what we see other people doing. So now, if your goal is weight loss and you're struggling with weight, you would obviously look for lower calorie drinks. So that would make champagne on the top of your list, whether you like it or not, because that's an extremely low calorie drink. When it comes to wines, you would look at the dry wines because the dry wines are extremely low in sugar. Okay, now when it comes to red wine, that's one of my favorites because red wine is full of resveratrol, polyphenols, antioxidants. So yes, it is great for your heart. But when I say this, you need to understand that alone, red wine is not good for your heart. Red wine is good for your heart, but when you have the right blood circulation, when you have the right amount of activity, when you have good sleep, when your stress levels are low. So there's no one food or drink in this world that is going to change your health overnight. It is multifactorial and many things together that work for the good of your health. So definitely red wine is a powerful drink. Now this doesn't mean that if you do not drink, you have to start drinking red wine to have great heart health. There are so many other ways. There are hundreds of ways to maintain your heart health. This is specifically for people who are confused about what alcohol to drink. We can look at tequila. Tequila is a drink that is local to Mexico. It contains a compound called agave. Agave is known to lower blood sugar levels. So now again, people who are diabetic, although we don't recommend that they drink, especially if they have a sedentary lifestyle, but if you are trying to make that healthier choice when it comes to drinks, yes, tequila, red wine, dry white wines, dry red wine, champagne, these are fantastic alcohols, of course, in the right quantity and done the right way. We have whiskey as well. One glass of whiskey, which is a 30 ml shot, is equivalent. It has as many antioxidants as a glass of wine. So if it's antioxidants that you're looking for, what are antioxidants? It basically helps us neutralize free radicals in the body. So it's great for anti-aging, it's great for your health, it's great for your skin, it's great for your hair. Now when I say this doesn't mean that if you have a skin problem, you go and you start drinking whiskey or wine. This is a balanced choice that you have to make. Like I said, the problem is not with alcohol, the problem is with the person drinking alcohol. You can choose to have that glass of wine or that glass of whiskey and truly enjoy it because you're having a good time and it's going to be fantastic for you. Or you can misuse it. You're drinking because you need to fit into a crowd, you need to fit into society, you overdrink because it's cool, you're trying to cope up with a void that you have empty in your life. So instead of using alcohol to fill up that void, you should be addressing that problem in your life head on so that the void doesn't get deeper and deeper and you need to fill it with alcohol. That's what builds the whole addiction. Like I said, again, I'm repeating, the problem is not with alcohol because then if everyone drank alcohol and was that bad, everyone should be an alcoholic. but everyone isn't. There are very few people who become alcoholics and cannot manage their alcohol, and the rest of them can manage it just fine. No problem with the alcohol, problem with the person. So for example, today, if I have a breakup in my relationship, for example, and I'm really, really sad, and I decide to go out with the boys and have a couple of drinks, now that alcohol makes me feel very, very good. Okay, I'm feeling really bad, I'm emotionally down, but this alcohol fills that void and makes me feel good. Now tomorrow, a day after I have that same negative feeling, I'm emotionally low, I remember that, hey, let me drink that alcohol, it made me feel good. So now I'm misusing alcohol to fill up a void which I should be facing in a different way. And that's how the addiction cycle builds up. It's not just alcohol, it's foods, it's drugs, it's cigarettes, it's shopping, it's anything. If we use material things or beverages or intoxication to fill up a void, an emotional void, we will eventually get addicted. So the idea is, can I truly enjoy my alcohol? What is my intention? Everything is about intention in life. What is my intention behind drinking tonight with the boys or with the girls? For example, my intention is to have clean fun, good fun, all of that. Get the night over with. Be smart with your consumption. Don't binge drink. Binge drinking is a sickness. For most people, I can understand once in a way, twice when you're a teenager, but binge drinking every weekend is a sickness. Most people who binge drink are doing it for attention. Let's face it, you're doing it for attention because you'll always notice that the person binge drinking or the group binge drinking gets more and more appreciation for that kind of behavior. They think it's the coolest, and that's why you do it more and more, because that's how you get attention. If I get my attention for the more that I drink, I will continue doing that because every human being is wired for attention and appreciation. So when we understand these things and we truly enjoy our drink, we do it in moderation, we do it because we want to have a good time, it's absolutely fine. Then you have the Jagermeister. Now the Jagermeister is a fantastic drink. This has over 50 botanical herbs, and it was used as a medicine before it became an alcohol. The same with cashew feni. Feni is local to Goa. People use this as a medicine for stomach and stomach ulcers before it actually became an alcohol to be processed, bottled, and sold to everyone. So we need to understand that people in villages and people in communities and different civilizations used alcohol as a medicine to treat so many different conditions. Sake, for example, in Japan, it's an alcohol, but it's a great probiotic because it's fermented rice. So Japanese drink sake, it's also a probiotic, and they used to use it in villages for people who had gut issues. So when you really go into the history of alcohol, people in the Scottish Highlands use whiskey on a cold night to warm down the system. If you ask me my personal choice when it comes to the healthiest drink with the little research that we've done, it's Cognac. Cognac is a type of a brandy. Cognac is the healthiest drink. If you are carb free, Cognac is the drink for you because it is a no carb drink. It is extremely, extremely low in sugar. It is great for your respiratory system, your lungs, pneumonia, bronchitis, colds and coughs and mucus, which is why your parents may have given you a teaspoon or a tablespoon of brandy or Cognac when you were small. They would have mixed it with hot water and given you a small sip of it just to break down mucus and improve the health of your lungs. So you see, in the olden days, this was used as a medicine, and it can still be used that way when we have the right intention not to abuse it. But the same thing that can be used as a medicine can also become your curse and destroy your entire life and your health. So the choices that we want to make are based on who we are, our personality, the kind of friends that we keep, the kind of intention that we have. And if you ask me, if you're looking at weight loss and you're looking at maintaining your weight, the worst thing that you could have is any of the cocktails, because every cocktail out there is mixed with sugar syrup and sugar, different sweeteners and colors and all of that stuff. So you're actually taking away the goodness from alcohol. People who tend to mix their alcohol with aerated drinks, you're literally taking away the health benefits of the alcohol, and you're just messing up your sugar levels. You're making your system more acidic, and you're making the whole experience bad for your health. So there's a way to do it. The original ways that whiskeys were drunk and alcohols were drunk were either neat or with ice or with water, but because we want that sweetness added, we start adding cranberry juice, which is nothing but sugar-loaded water, orange juice, and all of these things. If you look at the Thais, they drink vodka with crushed ice and coconut water. That makes it that's a fantastic health drink. So if we're drinking, let's try to drink the right way with the right intention and the right mindset. But like I said, for everyone who doesn't drink, just because there are health benefits in alcohol, you don't have to start drinking to get those health benefits. You can get it in various ways and various foods that nature has given us. So when it comes to drinking, make your choice. Don't Google to see which is the lightest drink. For some people, Wine suits them. For some people, gin suits them. Just decide what suits you, what makes you happy, and do it the right way. It's all about mindset. It's all about your belief system and the way you drink the alcohol that you choose. And of course, we want to stay away from stupid things like drinking and driving. We want to stay away from things like drinking, getting drunk, and abusing women, and being rude with women, and molesting women, and all of that stuff. We want to be smart with what we do. We don't want to be drunk and say the wrong things to wrong people and hurt people and all of that stuff. That's when you know you're going out of control. But you can sit down, have a great drink, keep your lifestyle holistic, enjoy it, and maintain your health at the same time. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep. And thank you for all the birthday wishes.